Before running the backtest, there is something you need to be aware of, and that's each currency pairs has the way they move. You can be running a backtest on AUD and be using the same strategy without understanding the price movement on GBP JPY. Going there to use the same formula to trade without running the backtest first. Now, backtest is the first thing a trader does in a currency pair to understand how that currency moves in the history, so the person can be able to understand how best to relate to that particular currency pair before taking it into what live trading. Okay, in this video I'm going to be showing you a quick summary on how to run a backtest and some of the things you need to put in check first. Now, the first thing you want to know is the currency pair. Now, let's take for an example. I want to run a backtest on AUD. I'm aware that AUD is actually bullish. I'm calling it a bullish market because of what I'm seeing here. This move here is actually a retracement, and now as you can see the trend line here, trend line actually been broken. So AUD is actually on what, a retracement move back to its initial trend move. So I think this market is coming back here. It's coming back because this actual zone here actually came here to mitigate this position here. So they're going backwards up. So that's the first one we need to put in check. The second one is you want to know your trading strategy. Now, there was something that a mistake I actually made while I was new into day trading, and the mistake I made was whenever I want to do a back test, I'll just go into market and begin to check upside down and begin to check like that. Say that's not the way it works. Now I'll tell you how it works. I'm a trained trader. I trade with a trend. When the market is moving in the bullish move or in the bearish move, I move with the market. Now let's take for an example this little retracement move here. This retracement move here. Check this out. As you can see, the market price actually touched the zones. Let me point this out. Price actually touched the zone. Okay. Price actually touched the zone. Now, whenever I want to trade, because I'm a trained trader, I'm going to be going back to the lower time frame on this zone to check what price is doing. So let's say we pointed here out. We pointed here out. Let me take this down a little bit. Okay, let's go down to the 30 minutes and see what happened there. Okay. In case you haven't watched the video where I talk about trend trading strategy, you can check the link in the description below. I'm going to be leaving the link there. Now there was a trend line break and the retracement back to our trend line. Now, as you can see, this is a head and a shoulder pattern in the 4 hours that actually led to the break. The market retraced back to that trend line and market took what price to the downside. Now we've been able to understand now clearly well that this market is actually bearish. From here the trend line was broken like we saw in the hourly time frame. Now all I'm trying to point out here is simple. I understand that this is my trading strategy. So if I'm doing a back test in the market, this is the only thing I want to be checking out. Now let me quickly say this. The market is actually big, as wide. Now it can encompass any kind of trader that you are. If you're a scalper, day trader, in any form of trader that you are, and also if you are having different indicators or you're an indicator, a trader that does indicator, like that's the only thing that you don't do in the market can easily relate with you. Like for me, I use price action. I use price action to detect what the market is doing. Then I use my trend line to indicate where the market breaks. I understand that the market understand and respects trend line. Now that I'm using this odd USD as an example to do my backtest. Because I understood that it understands what the market does with it. So I know that it respects my trading strategy. That's the second one. It respects my trading strategy. So how do USD respect my trading strategy? So what I want to be doing in this market is go and look for zones where there's what a trend line break and trade off of it. I look for zones where there's what trend line break and trade off of it. So all what I'm doing is trend trading strategy using price action to detect what the market is doing. Now the third one is you want to be aware of is your indicator. Yeah, what kind of indicator do you use in the market? Now I use just trend line to detect when the market has broken, but there's some other traders that use the moving average. The other traders that use so many indicators in the market, Elliott waves and all of that. It all boils down to what works for you. It all boils down to what works for you. It is that thing that works for you that you're going to be using to check the strategy in the market and know how far it plays with you. See, I'm seeing a trend line break here, even in case I was supposed to be in this chart. Okay, so this is it. This is a trend line break. So we expect this market to trace. And what it happened here, let me point this out. There's something that happened here. Okay. Trying to point this out. I'm seeing the resistance. I'm seeing the support zone turn the resistance here. I don't know if I can draw this. Come on, get this out. Seeing the resistance turn the support here. Okay, I think I have it. Okay, this support zone here. Let me zoom this closely. This support zone actually became a resistance that took price to the downside. And now as you can see, the trend line has been broken here. So we're expecting market to retrace back up and take these highs that are here. So this is how you understand how to backtest in the trading strategy. The next one I want to point out is how the market moves. Now in as much as the market moves this way, this last low was 2020 and this other one here is 2023, where the market is expected to retrace back to the upside. Now you want to be aware of how the market moves. You want to be aware of how the market moves. Now how the market moves is what tells you how to trade off of that market, how to trade in that particular market. But take note of this: if you've not watched the video where I talked about trading strategy, my trading strategy, I explained it in one of my video. Trading strategy, that is what I use. So when you're going out to the market to do the back test, what you're going to be doing is using that strategy that you've mastered to run your back test. You don't just go to the market and just say, let me see what this market is doing. No, if you're going there, you're going with your skill, and that skill is that's your strategy that you're always using to trade up the market. So that's what you're using, playing out to see what price is doing.